Hello. Welcome to Black Girl Still Dreaming. This is Martha.
This is Faye. Hi. Yes, welcome. Sorry, I'm tired.
I was like, girl, say something.
I know, I know, I know, I know. We just came back from the gym
Oh my
and
gosh.
like my legs feel like jello, but we're getting the gains. We're getting
Yeah.
that summer bod. I look like a snicker.
Yeah.
Is that not what they say?
I
A snack, a
think
snack, a snack.
oh god, that made us feel old. Is what
No,
you
we're
said, is that
young.
not what they say? No, I was thinking about that game we played.
The dinosaur game?
No, the game that we played at the so we go to, a group fitness class, and
It's black people only.
it's Black people only, and, the coach on Tuesdays, he's super fun, and we played a game where when he says "snatch," you, like, grab the thing in the middle, and there's, like, 2 people on each side, and so when he said "snicker."
Yeah, he said snicker. That's why I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because I was like no, but I was thinking, like, thicker than a Snicker.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant actually.
But yeah, no, we
It was
had a
fun.
really it was good, but it was hard and I'm tired. And I'm definitely operating off of 5 hours of sleep.
4 hours.
Yeah.
But you got me beat because you woke up earlier.
Yeah, no, but it's okay.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition, but also, I want better for us. No, but we are just really dedicated to trying to find time to do this because it does bring us joy,
And happiness.
and we wanna keep bringing you guys, content and our little kikis. So,
This really is
yeah,
a kiki. No, we even made an agenda this time. We organized our thoughts. Uh,
I don't know if I would go that far. We didn't because I don't think it's an organization of thoughts. I think we had random thoughts and we wrote them down.
but isn't that organizing?
I mean
It's a centralized document.
sure,
I
yeah.
mean, not a document. It's a centralized
Okay,
text.
okay, sure. Let's yeah, but okay, I think once we start talking about the things, we can see what people think about if these are organized ideas or not.
Okay.
First on the list,
Yes, first on the agenda. Tell them, Martha. Tell them.
get getting religiously guilted out of not wanting to die.
Yes.
So,
Trigger warning.
yeah, trigger warning. So, yeah,
Double homicide. I'm joking.
oh my god.
No, we were having this conversation on the was it the phone?
Yeah, we were on the phone.
We were having this conversation on the phone the other day, and we were talking about how like I think I was trying to give you advice. I was like, you I was like, you should become Muslim.
Oh, you
I'm
know what?
like
I think it was because no, I remember exactly what it was. You were saying that you were telling your therapist that you feel like if you were medicated, you could, like, be more committed to different things or whatever.
Yes, oh my
And
god.
then I was like, "Yeah, girl, the only reason I'm able to, like, commit to things is because, like, I take pills so I don't wanna kill myself."
And then I was like, "Well, to stop you from wanting to do that, you should become Muslim because my parents guilted me out of not wanting to kill myself through religious indoctrination."
And then I was like, "Girl, me too." Like,
And I
I and we were like, "I don't think it's a Muslim thing, I think it's, like, an African parent thing." Because literally my parents so, like, I grew up really Christian, and, like, if I was depressed or whatever, my dad would be like, "Well, like, never kill yourself because that's, like, stupid, like, you'll go straight to hell, so, like, don't do it."
No, literally. No, my dad was the same, and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know how much I don't know if this is traumatizing, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
sorry.
well, I have something to say specifically that I don't know if it's traumatizing,
Okay.
but I'll just say it and then we can cut it out if it is. But, like, okay, so, like, my dad would do the same. He's like, "Why would you wanna kill yourself? Like, God made you." And I was like, "Well, I don't want to. Like, I just, I'm depressed."
Right.
And then he was like, "If you kill yourself, you're going to hell." And then he, like, showed us a video of someone in hell. And I was like
Where did he get that?
it was, like, on
Who
YouTube.
was recording?
It was, like, YouTube,
The
and
demons?
it was,
Like
like, this guy, and he's like it's, like, a box, and, like, the last person that walks away, then it opens the gate, and you, like depending on what you did, you either go to heaven or hell, and then it was just, like, fire, like, a fire path, and then I was, like, really scared of fire because like, I had done, like, 3, like, home fires accidentally. And,
okay.
'cause, like, I didn't know how to cook when I was, like, 8, and I actually started a fire
Yeah.
in an attempt to make my dad tea for his birthday.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, the Shakopee Fire Department came and was like, "Oh, wow, like, you kinda burned down this townhouse," and I was like, "Oh," and then I was never allowed in the kitchen again.
Okay.
And then
I feel like I've heard this
you
story.
did hear the story,
Yeah.
and then honestly, the 2nd and 3rd time we don't need to get into, but
You said unimportant, unimportant.
but anyway, so that is how I, like, fought my depression through middle school and high school because I didn't wanna go to hell.
Yeah, no, I mean
Despite we might have to delete this out.
no, I think it's yeah, I think we can give, like,
This
content
got this got bad.
content warning at the front end, but,
Content warning, immigrant parents help you.
right. Well, and I was
Where's our notes?
I well, I was gonna say I was gonna say, maybe content warning around, like, maybe religious trauma or, like,
Yeah,
um and, like, obviously, like, talks of, like, self-harm and, like, suicidal ideation, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
But I was gonna say
We laugh through our trauma here, so that's hence
yeah,
the humor, but we
for sure. I mean, obviously, like, it can be hard.
yeah.
Yeah, it can be hard growing what was that? What was that?
That was more of a, like, I think we've explained enough.
Oh. No, no, no. Yeah, no, obviously, like, things can be hard, but I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's funny now because we're, like, healed and, like, we don't wanna kill ourselves, but I think it also emphasizes the importance of
Take your meds.
take your meds, get on meds if you need them.
Yeah, don't be scared of meds. I was like, my therapist has been trying to get me on meds for like 3 years. And like, I was like in typical Somali fashion, like,
Right.
oh my God, like it's gonna change me, like big pharma, da 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 da
Right,
da.
there's always, like, this fear of, like, if I, like, rely on this thing, but it's like,
But I
you're
need it.
not doing well now, so, like, like, that's what I told myself, I'm like, "Girl, you're not doing well, so it's like, why would you not use something that'll help you, like, do better?"
Yeah, it's like, or not even do better, be well. Cause
Right,
it's like, am I gonna just like be unwell and thug it out?
right.
Cause low-key,
For
that's not
what?
working. Girl, I remember I walked into my crib and I was like, "Wow, ADHD is powerful. I passed 2 legislations, but I can't do this laundry." And we're 3 months deep.
Yeah.
3 months deep into this laundry.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly.
People got skeletons pouring out their closet. I got laundry pouring out of my closet.
That's real. I
Yeah.
yeah, but I think, like yeah, no, like, there's so many things where, like there's been multiple times where tried not to take my meds. So I take antidepressants just so we can be specific. And, like, I mean, I feel like you might have seen me off my meds, like, I'm not well, like, and the thing is, I always think, like, "Oh, like, maybe I'm okay," like and honestly, I can't say that. I I was gonna say
Being too real.
yeah, well, I was gonna say the reason why I usually try and stop taking my meds is because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and I feel like I can't say
Nah, that
that.
we got corporate jobs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But,
Well, not corporate.
yeah, but it's always for, like, a dumb reason that I'm like, "Oh, let
Mhm.
me just, like, not take my meds for, like, a week." And then I'm, like, really freaking sad, and I wonder why.
And it's like, damn, the vibes are off, and it's like, yeah, maybe I should, like, go back on my prescribed antidepressants.
Right,
Yeah,
right! Like, I take them for a reason, and it doesn't make me, like, different. It just makes me, like, able to, like, handle life situation like, because it just, like, balances my chemicals. That's all it does. Like, it just balances my chemicals.
exactly.
And, like but I'm still the same person. I'm still, like, dealing with stuff. So, anyway, I don't
No,
know.
I agree. I remember my therapist was like, "There's nothing wrong with taking meds. It's like you just are missing certain brain chemicals that like some other people just normally have." And I'm like, "Damn, I'm missing recipes." Like how they be like, "We losing recipes." I didn't even come with the half
Right.
the ingredient.
Right. You're just missing ingredients. And the thing
Yeah.
about it too is, like, especially as Black women, as,
Mm.
like, children of immigrants, like, those things are generational, and, like, that doesn't come from nowhere. So it's
Mhm.
like,
That trauma genetic.
you know what I mean? So it's like, you can't blame yourself for, like, not being able to survive, like, unsurvivable conditions.
Exactly, and sometimes you just gotta medicate your way through generational trauma.
Yeah, but actually that leads to the other topic. We were talking about how our generation is just, like, on drugs.
Oh my god. Wait, pull it up, pull it up. We said something so fire in our conversation the other day. Um,
Let's see,
what was it? Wait,
Boomers bombed Baghdad to avoid their feelings. Millennials have an internet association, sarcasm,
addiction,
internet
addiction,
internet addiction, and sarcasm. And Gen Z are escape artists. We have drugs and unserious. Wait, what is that?
unseriousness, a symptom of being an escape artist. I'm
Oh.
so sorry. I was typing this so
No,
fast.
it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, so essentially we were talking about the fact where it's just like I was talking about something and I was like, "I don't know, it's kind of not related to myself to be clear, but like I was like, "I don't know, it's kinda giving addiction," and you're like, "Oh, no, totally, we all are." Like
No, literally. No, because I feel like too, it's just one of those things where it's like, because it's like the boomers, they like, no shade, love y'all, kinda, some of you.
Mm,
Y'all really like messed it up like geopolitically for the rest of us.
yeah.
And then the millennials are like, oof, like, we trying to make it, but also we got the internet, and it's just a new era of like a social contract, and
Yeah.
everyone becomes connected. And also, they be so sarcastic, man. They like,
Yeah, well,
l-
they just I feel like they're like the beginning of the hopelessness, and then Gen Z, like,
we full send,
full hopelessness, but, like, we're just kind of like
overexposed.
yeah, I don't know, it's like there's a distinct difference between, like, millennials and Gen Z in that sense, but I don't know exactly what it is.
I feel like millennials still grew up with outside and dial-up and, like,
Sure, sure.
connectivity.
Not
Uh,
outside.
you
That part.
but, like, outside when it was, like, still lit, like, they were teenagers in
No,
2016,
that's fair.
and
Yeah, like, honestly, actually, I think this is our biggest issue as a society. No,
no,
that's
pop
that's
off.
that's a statement. But one of our biggest issues as a society is the fact that we didn't have good club music and good club going years, like, for real, for real. Like, okay, like, think about millennials, right? They were listening to, like, fucking T-Pain
Fetty Wap,
and, like, just, like
Fergalicious.
and, like, in the club, and, like, house parties were a thing because people could afford houses to party in. Now we gotta, like
Yeah, no
you know
one's
what
getting
I mean?
evicted. People ain't got no
Right.
houses.
Right, like, I just feel like that's part of it because it also taught people how to, like, socialize, it taught people, like, risk
Community.
taking, in risk assessment, community, it taught people, like it taught men how to, like, do more than just stand there and expect someone to throw it back on them.
No,
Like, they had to
literally.
try, actually.
Exactly, and also too, I feel like it built, like, social contracts because it's like, nowadays, you can just go online and, like, recreate you can't even recreate these conditions,
Yeah.
like, versus back then, it's like, people had houses, people had places to connect, people had third spaces.
Third spaces, yeah.
And then now, like, I feel like we've been overexposed to so much, and we're also feeling the effects of, just, like, honestly, like, geopolitical, like, downfall,
Yeah.
and let's be real, imagine, like, millennials came home when the lights went off, you know? Like, when the mom's like, "Be home before the, street lights
Right.
came on." My brother, bro, he goes to bed when his iPad dies,
Yeah.
and it don't die.
Right.
And
Right.
and that's just a constant stream of, like, information, and so that's
Yeah.
why I said, "Oh my god, wait, like, you need to have the notes up 'cause
I'm
I'm
sorry, I'm
using my phone."
sorry.
Don't be sorry. I just, like, wanna refer to it.
Oh, sure.
No, that's why I was saying, like we're literally living in IRL Dexter, like, via the federal government, and, like, highly educated people are using their powers for evil, and we are the kids next door of oh my god, wow, I wrote that. Nigga, we're
The
we're the
fact that
kid
you're
next
reading
door.
it word for word, I'm
We're
like,
we're the kid next door in Minneapolis residents fighting for our humanity with the power of community while figuring it figuring it out along the way.
"Okay, wait." So
Basically, Gen Z is on drugs and fighting for the revolution. We're the kids next door.
yeah, I feel like
We jumped.
we did jump, but no, that's okay. I feel like yeah, damn. This is so funny.
Guys, we're so tired.
We're so tired. I think
I hope we make sense.
I know. We'll maybe move stuff around, but,
Or we won't.
or we won't, and we'll just post this because, I think okay, so, yeah, I think the thought with that first point,
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
the Gen
conclude
Z?
it, the Gen Z, is that, yes, Gen Z is on drugs because we're unwell and, we don't have a lot of hope for the future, but we also are, like, very committed because we don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
So that's an upside. So, positive spin.
We're revolutionaries because
Because we have nothing to lose, like, they
yeah,
didn't give us it's different if we had, like, the ability to, like,
escape
have
for real,
financial security and,
a
like, all of the
future.
things that, like, people in the past had. We don't have any of that shit. So it's like, yeah, of course we're gonna, like, fight tooth and nail for, like, something greater because we need to create it. Like, we don't have anything like, this shit's for the birds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's it? We ain't got nothing to lose but our chains. Mm,
exactly. And then
shout out Gen Z.
so the conversation about, the federal government being Dexter is, like, all of these, because
They're super villains.
I was talking about how, like, well, all of these corporations are supervillains, right? Like, all
Mhm.
like, literally, it's just, like, all the social media, like, Meta, all that stuff, like, they're all just,
Substack.
like, they're evil freaking people, but they, like, own everything and, like, all of our information, like, sources and whatever. So, it's
They
part
own
of
our, like, entire communication
right!
infrastructure.
And that's freaking scary. Well, I don't wanna say scary, I don't wanna, like, scare people, but, like, it's upsetting. It's upsetting to me and my homegirls. Um,
It's
but
upsetting me. The political state of the world is
it's like
upsetting
me and
me and
my
my homegirls.
homegirls. Like, but
You can't
the
quote a Bella no chase. You
right, where
can,
can
you can
you go?
go.
But, like, literally, the thing about that is, like, there's all these people in the federal government. Obviously, you have, like, the dum-dums, like RFK and Trump and whatever. But then you have, like, really smart people that have, like, masters, PhDs, whatever, who are using their degrees for evil. And that's what we're using the comparison of, like, it's like Dexter. Like, he's, like, so smart and, like, has these skills, and he's using them to be a serial killer.
No, literally.
And so it's like giving, like, the federal government is like Dexter because it's like it's like you have all these, because obviously there were smart people that, like, either got fired or left, but then there's, like, people who are literally, like, so brainwashed. I was talking about how I know somebody that, like, has a master's degree and was like, "I'm not sure that planets are real." And I was just like,
Girl.
"What?" Like, what are we talking about? That's not even, like, hard to prove. Oh, and it came up because we were talking about BOB being a flat earther.
I know, we were so sad, like, B.O.B. like, "Airplanes
It's
in
in
the
the
night
night
sky
sky
like
like
shooting
shooting
stars.
stars.
I can use
Really
a
using
little
this
right
right now.
now."
Well, it's funny because that part's Haley Williams, but you get the point.
Oh,
He
but
does, like
no, he's a flat earther, and, like, we were just
I don't
like
know if he's still a flat earther, but at some point which I don't know if it matters that much. If you believe the earth was flat at some point, I feel like it
I
doesn't matter if you no longer believe the earth is flat.
and it's just, like, all of these people, whether they're, like, artists or, like, educated peers who are in, like, the similar fields as us,
Mhm.
it's like, I feel like people, no matter how smart they are, sometimes they, like, make decisions to buy into, like, things they know not to be true because 'cause they're
Mhm.
not idiots.
Right.
For, like, a social contract, for social comfort, for,
Yeah.
like, acceptance, and I'm like, "That's what's wrong with the world, for real, for real.
Right.
For
I
real, for real. That's why
I
we out here
actually
fighting."
will say, like, that relates my therapist today was like, "I think it's hard when your concept of, like, what matters, like, the world is hard, and then the things that the world considers important, not aligning with the things that you consider important is, like, also really hard." And I think that's the thing, like, a lot of these people convince themselves that, like, "Oh, being able to say I worked for the White House," even if it's, like, under, like, a freaking whack job, or, like, being
Petty
able
state.
right, like, or being able to say, like, "I make 100K plus," like, that matters more than, like, the truth or, like
Maybe you're contributing to people losing healthcare, but,
right,
you still got a 401k, babe.
right, exactly, it's just, like, I don't know, it's giving selfish, that row, but I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay. But anyway, the point
Oh.
is we are kids next door, and we are just a ragtag bunch of Gen
Mhm.
Z, millennial, some boomers popping out, a mixed bag
Yeah,
of hopeless romantics who are fighting for some whimsy, some
right.
freedom, and, if we got rid of the police state on the side, that would be 100% ideal and is the goal.
Right, and hopeless romanticism, I think, goes really well with, like, revolution and liberation, actually, because it is giving, like, you have to just, like, believe that, like, the world isn't inherently bad and that the arc bends towards
Justice.
justice,
Oh,
you know?
that's so beautiful.
They
No, literally no, 'cause, okay, so Martha and I, like, this connects to what we're
Mhm.
talking about. Martha and I went to this Pan-African, like, seminar, like,
It was like
a
it was like
community
a
meeting?
community, like
School.
yeah, kind of, like a community, like, education session, so it's like we got together and we, like, learned about, like, we had handouts, and there was, like, a presentation, and there was discussion, and then there was, like, scholars and people who just, like, knew a lot of stuff in the room about Pan-Africanism, and they're doing this, like, year-long series where we, like, come together and we learn about Pan-Africanism, the history, and, like, kind of just their whole thing is, like, understanding, like, our history and, like, studying these things so it can inform our work today. Um
Yeah, and, like, they were, talking about, because this connects to us kinda talking about us being kids next door. They were talking about the different iterations of, like, the Pan-African movement, like, there was the first one that was, like, the freedom of, like, the diaspora, like, all enslaved people, all Black people everywhere from, like, honestly, just, like, colonialism, and
Mhm,
then there was, like, the 2nd or 3rd iteration, which was more about, like, building, like, global solidarity and, like,
mhm,
like, all the stuff of, like, having your labor be yours and not being, like, a slave, but
mhm,
also, like, having, like, access to land,
mhm.
which land is always political, like, that's why they out here redlining, we ain't got
Yes.
houses, but, there was the 5th or I don't remember.
It was the 5th Congress, so they called them, like, Pan-African Congresses, and it was the 5th Congress, which I think I have the handout, like oh, wait, no, I don't. Wait, no, maybe I do. Anyway,
The
but
5th Congress was, talking about it was the Vietnam War, that's what I'm trying to get at.
yeah, well, they shifted. It was, essentially, like, the idea of, like, fighting, um I don't know if they refer to it as fascism, but essentially fascism,
Yeah,
abroad, and, like, how the Vietnam War and, like, US imperialism abroad was, like, a proxy for, like, US imperialism, like, at home, and, um
and within yourself as well.
yes, and yeah, and within yourself, and so it was just, like, there was a
Victory at
big
home, victory abroad, victory at
figure.
home, and
Yep.
victory within, or
Mhm.
something, I don't fully know.
No, that's but yeah, that's essentially the concept. Victory abroad, victory at home, and victory within. And I think it was really impactful because it I think it relates a lot to now, which, like, as a side note, I think I really enjoy doing things like that, and I think it's really important that we do, like, in community, like, try to understand our history because it can be really daunting. Like, there's a lot of books, and they're really dry, and, like,
They are
they're
really
super
dry.
long, and it's like, if you can find ways to, like, do that study in community and in a way that doesn't feel as, I don't know, hard.
Desert Lake.
Right.
No, no, and I think there was something beautiful about the new school of, like, them just coming together and be like, "We're gonna just study this together."
Yeah,
Because I feel like even when I was in school, like, when I would study those things, it would be in such a, like, clinical lens that, like, it took
yeah,
away the humanity,
yeah,
and, like, I feel like too, especially being in Minneapolis right now, like, all the things they're talking about, like, the labor movement, the economic movement, the right to just self-determination and your own resources and your own land, I'm like, babe, tale as old as time. I'm like,
right.
and it's just nice looking back and seeing, like, people doing, like, the victory campaign
Mhm,
or, like, doing things like Pan-African Congresses
yeah.
and just, like, it just kinda feels like, like, the conscious versus the world.
Yeah, and I think and that's actually a good point because I know last episode we talked about the 99% and how it can be really daunting to feel like that 1% has all the power and the money, but we have a version of power
Mhm.
in, like, even just in our numbers and being, like, the masses.
The global majority.
Exactly, and I think that also connects because it's this concept of, like, understanding that solidarity, like, amongst Black people is one aspect of it, but also solidarity amongst, like, the working class and,
Mhm.
and I think someone at that meeting or at that,
Gathering.
at that gathering, I don't know what we ended up calling it, but,
Convening.
yes, somebody at that education session convening, named, that it's important that we don't stop at just, you know,
Race.
race.
We talk about class.
Right, we talk about class because they were naming, Ugh, I'm so surprised how much I remember. This is, like,
That's because you were
exciting.
enjoying it.
Yeah, it was super great. I was like, "Oh my gosh," I'm, like, the, like, dumbest person in this room, and I love it. You know what I mean? Because 'Cause I'm just, like, I'm learning so much from these people. But,
You're not dumb, you just don't have
I
enough
know, but
information.
yeah, I'm just like, it's just, like, nice to, like people were so smart and, like, willing to
It's nice
share
to
their
learn
knowledge.
something, yeah, and
Yeah!
not always be the teacher,
Well, and also learn something in a setting where you're not, like, gonna be quizzed or
the facilitator or taking on leadership.
right, it's just, like, I'm so used to like, I was in higher education for 6 years, so, like, I am just so used to being like, if I'm taking in information, it's because I'm gonna
You have to pass something.
yeah, I have to pass it, like, there's, like,
There's a
that
consequence.
yeah, exactly, and it's always, like, punitive, like, if I don't pass this, I don't get
Yeah.
this degree and blah, blah, blah.
That's
Anyway,
why, higher education, I feel like, fails a lot of, like, people,
yes.
and also fails a lot of history, because
Mhm.
history shouldn't feel punitive, it should feel like you're reaching back in time and meeting, like, your
Yeah.
ancestors.
Yeah, I love that. I love that framing. But yeah, something that was said was the fact that in America, a lot of the focus was on race because our main construct of like
Oppression.
discrimination and oppression was through the lens of race. Like that's just the fact in America. But for other countries, like African countries, for example, everyone's black, right? Like, I mean, you still had colonialism in a lot of these countries, but even after um African countries, like, liberated themselves and didn't have as much colonialism, so they didn't have as many white people, like,
Mhm. Shout out the 1970s.
shout out the 1970s, the year of Africa, but yeah, even after that, there was still these class divisions, and so what they were naming was that in America, it was more focused on race, while across the country or not across the country, across the world and across the diaspora, um, it was more focused on class, and so, like, we need to, like, identify both because also, again, victory abroad, victory at home, victory inside. Like, you can't lose that piece. And in the same way that, like, unfortunately, we're seeing US imperialism at play in
Mhm.
Iran,
Mhm.
um, it's like all of that is connected to us. Like, it's inseparable from us. And I think, yeah, it's just something to think about. So,
Yeah, and I think too when especially, like, like, what, like, 4th or 5th Pan-African Congress, when they were talking about, like, lifting up class and, like, economics and, like, the real, like, power, like, your labor has, your dollar, your economics, your resources.
mhm,
Like, we're seeing that now, they're out here fighting over oil, they're out here
right,
fighting over, like, what's it called? Land that isn't theirs, and I think it's
right.
just really important to really, like, educate yourself and also see where your economic power lies.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, I mean, shit, Minneapolis,
right.
we shut down our economy for what, 2 days? We had a
Yeah.
national shutdown,
Yeah,
2 of them.
we had 2 statewide shutdowns where people didn't spend money, and, like, I think
Put their money where their values were.
right, and that's the thing too, like, unfortunately, it does take, like, economics and, like, that kind of because that's like, they don't care about just if you say, like, "Hey, like, stop killing us," like, that doesn't do anything, unfortunately, because you can't appeal to I mean, was it James Baldwin that
Corporations.
said, like or, it might have been I don't know, but there was some ancestor that said, "You people are trying to appeal to the conscience of America, but America doesn't have a conscience."
Mm,
And so, like, in the same way, like, you can't appeal to the conscience of billionaires who, like, literally don't care if you live or die,
you have to
like,
disrupt their
you
profit.
have to disrupt their profit because that's, like, the only thing they care about, and it's
Mhm.
unfortunate that that's our reality, but I think it's important to know that, and how we do that looks different, but it was a really good, um, session. But all of this are all the things that are floating around in our minds because there are so many things going on in so many ways that we feel that we don't have power, and I think knowledge is one way that we have power. I think joy and, like, gathering, like, even just, like, going to Black strength classes
Yeah, and just lifting, moving our bodies.
and, like, laughing and struggling together during the wall sits.
Dude, those wall sits
After
were
jump
brutal.
squats, bro.
Dude, when he said jump squat, do a wall sit, and then hold it,
Right,
and the way he just kept yapping, I was like, "Nah, don't talk to me, I'm literally about
right.
to fall."
No, like, I was like, "I can't feel my legs, I can't stand up," like and you
Yeah.
want me to do it 2 more times. Okay.
No, but it really has been a balance these past few months of, like, educating ourselves and, like, being about it, but then also, like, finding time for joy
Yeah.
and, like, just movement of our bodies outside of, like,
Yes.
being on the front lines or being in, like, a place where our nervous system's on 10. It's like,
Ugh,
dang,
yeah.
like, just having fun at weightlifting classes or, like, doing improv,
Yeah.
and so I pose a question to you, Martha.
Ooh!
I pose a question to you. What has been bringing you joy in this time?
Oh my gosh. What has been I feel like gathering with Black people, like, full stop, first thing, has been wonderful. Um
Sorry. I went to a Deontay Kyle concert and he said that. It's my stim. It's my new stim. But okay, yeah, Black
Stem of the
people.
week. Yes,
Mhm.
gathering with Black people, dancing. I've been guys who take dance classes and
She's so good.
oh, stop it. I love it, but I might have to pause soon. I need to do some conditioning so I can, like, build my, like, knees up, but I think if I just, like, back up a little bit with dancing, but just add in some, like, wall sits, I think I'll be okay. Um,
I think so. Your body just needs time to heal.
yeah.
But no, when you took me to the Valentine's dance class, I was like, this is actually so fun.
It was so fun, yes. Oh my gosh, we should yeah, you guys don't know that. Originally, me and my husband signed up for a couples dance class. It was like there was, like, a feminine and masculine role, but, like, anybody could sign up with anybody. But it was, like, heels, so, like, I would be in heels, like, the feminine role would be in heels, and then it was, like, a masculine role, whatever. And, my husband got sick, because he's critically ill, and so he got sick, and I was like, "Dang, can't get this money back." And so I I literally it was like $25 a person, and I was like,
I
"Ah,
know, girl.
that's a lot to, like, not go." And I still wanted to go, and I asked Faye, and she was like, "Yeah, I'd be down. You a real one."
Honestly, it
Because
was so much fun. And like at first I was hesitant, but then you were like, "Child's sick," and I was like, "All right, I ain't got no Valentine's plans." And so we went, and it was super cool.
yeah,
And the only thing I will say, and I know I've been complaining about this,
the body rolls.
yes, it's too many damn body
No, it was
rolls.
a lot of body rolls.
On this what was the song? By
Uh,
Usher, Daddy,
Daddy's home.
Dad. Oh my god,
Hey, hey,
Daddy.
hey, daddy. Hey, hey.
But I had fun. I got my, body roll conditioning in. So yeah, we
Strengthening our knees
and our
and our
ass.
backs.
Oh my god, spine. But anyways, what else has been bringing you joy?
Yeah, so dance, like, moving my body and having things after work, like, I think I know we had an episode a while back, maybe a couple episodes ago, where we talked about, like, you have to do it tired. And I think I've
Yeah.
been having good balance of, like, I do things after work, and then, like, I do try and, like, get good sleep, and I usually sleep better when I do things after work because 'cause I'm not, like, restless. Because I feel like when you just go to work and you come home and you, like, kind of rot on the couch, and then it's, like, time to go to bed, it's like yeah, you're tired, but it's like the sleep's not good. You kinda have to, like, get into it. But, like, with
Yeah.
all the stuff I'm doing, it's like I come home from work, I'll maybe chill for a little bit, I'll go, like, to, like, a black strength class, or I'll go to, like, an organizing meeting, or I'll go, to dance, and then, like, I come home, and it's like then I have, like, my wind down, and then I go to sleep, and it's nice. So that's been bringing me joy. And yeah, I think just like wholesome moments with friends too. Like we had a game night the other night that was just so fun.
I carried the team, by the way.
Oh my god. I what did I say? You were like, I'm carrying this team on my back. I was like, you carried us 1 point.
Well, that was one more point than we had. Don't let these people fool you.
No, and because I'm gonna say it on the pod, you got us. So what was the game? It was like you couldn't say like.
Okay, yeah, so, like, you couldn't say certain words, and, like, I think I had to keep my eyes open or my eyebrows raised.
Oh, yeah, but you, like we got, like, 3 things subtracted from us because you said like 3
Okay,
times.
but I don't know, I don't have filler words, I'm not Obama, I can't just pause. Like I mean, oh,
No, dude, I will say on the like note, I think n
it's
people
such an American.
no, I know it is, and I feel like a valley girl low key because I'm very much a like girl, like, oh my goodness,
I know.
I literally was listening to the last episode, and I said like so many times.
Exactly, so the game was a setup from jump, because it's like, you want me to recondition my entire brain and vocabulary in the span of 3 seconds? And
Yeah.
also, I feel like I I now I'm constipated. I feel as though there aren't a lot of filler words that I can use in between my in between my, like, sentences, cause the thing is I'm trying so hard, guys, not
I
to,
know.
cause the thing is, like, when you were in college, you're like, "And, for, but, so, sometimes, why?" Like, the,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, fanboys.
fanboys, yes, the things that connected sentences. Okay, I can't fanboy my way through an entire monologue.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And also, let's be real, like, I'm the generation of the internet, anyway, so,
I mean, we all do kinda talk a certain way. It's, like, funny because we didn't I mean, I grew up in Florida, you grew up in Minnesota, and we still kind
I
of talk
talk the
the same,
same.
and I think it's because we're the same age, like, and internet just, like, makes oh my
The
god.
internet makes no, the internet literally, like, bridges, like the internet creates the culture for the generation,
Yeah,
and, like, our generation was I'm trying not to say it. Our
I
generation is
know.
chronically online.
It's chronically online for sure.
Okay, but yeah. So, anyway, I carried the team 1 point more than we had,
Whatever.
but then, towards the end, like, like, I guess I could be honest, like, I, like, may have, like, like, dragged the team back.
And that's okay. We still love you. It was a super fun night, and I think just, like I don't know, like, I okay, I will say on the note of, like, we just said Gen Z does a bunch of drugs. There's also the part of Gen Z that's very, like,
Wholesome.
holistic, like, it's, like, not even wholesome. There's, like, a almost, like they have pride in being like, "I only drink water with lemon, and I work out all the time, and I am in bed by 9." Like, they, like, brag about it, and it's like, "Bitch, you're not better than anybody." Like
You feeling this?
like no, like, I'm just like and, like, I listen, I love working out, I love like, going to bed, like, all of those things, right? And I was smoking a joint. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like, I just think it's crazy that we can't just acknowledge duality, and if that's your thing, like, fine, but it's just, like, to act like you're better than somebody
You
or
said you're
or
not a
you've
Puritan.
cracked the code, like, to happiness, it's like, "No, you haven't, you're still just as depressed and broke as the rest of us."
No, I think happiness with the side of judgment isn't true happiness,
Yeah, right.
you know?
Yeah, if you feel like you are the I don't know.
And, lemons are gone up, like, in my I put lemon in my water if lemons weren't 3.99,
No, they are expensive.
and it's like,
Like,
do
a
I
bag of lemons is, like, yeah, like, $4. I'm like, "Hello?"
dude, a bag of lemons costs the same as a vitamin water, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't got a cast iron squeezer, so Imma get the already squeezed vitamin water.
Right, right, right.
I don't even know if that makes sense.
Girl,
Maybe I should say orange juice, it's the same price.
no, but I mean, think about it though, it's like a
Any food
lemon has the lemon properties. If you get, like, a prepackaged, like, product, it's got, like, extra vitamins and minerals and, like, things like that.
maybe
So, the fact that they cost the same no,
4K.
follow me.
I'm following, I'm
The
following.
fact that they cost the same is, like, the lemons are a scam because it's just lemon.
That's what I'm saying, and then the lemons be going dude, I bought guac not guac, I bought avocados. God, I'm so sorry for it. I bought avocados 2 days ago. Why are they brown?
Yeah.
Why are they
No.
brown? They browner than me, and I'm
Yeah,
black. That's saying
that's
something.
sick. Where'd you get them from?
Trader Joe's.
Dang.
Trader Joe's, and it's supposed to be reliable.
I was gonna say, that's supposed to be good quality. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because if you said Aldi, I would've been like, "Well"
I'm
love Aldi.
Aldi, love
Love
Aldi.
Aldi. That's,
I
like,
just
the only place I shop low key, but, like
it's because the only Aldi nearest is the Aldi by that, like, sketchy area.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be there for work all day. So it's like I don't wanna go shop and then be like and then see the workers I'd be organizing,
Right,
and
right,
they'd be like, "Oh, hey, Fed." I'm like, "Oh, damn, okay." And then
right.
suddenly I'm doing a utility, a
Right,
u
then you're, like, working.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, one time I went to one of the stores that I've as just a shopper, and don't get me wrong, I love my job and I will help anyone who needs help, but I ended up doing an emergency assistance rental form on the spot, and then I was like, I even forgot what I came for. I went home and I was like, "Wait, I don't have any groceries."
You're right. You're like, "I didn't do the thing I needed to do."
And I'm just trying to balance it, especially now that, like,
That's
all
real.
of it's intertwined.
Yeah, and it's like we're helpers, so it's like we wanna do that, but
I know, but was it you who was saying this or someone? It's like every
Mm.
yes, there has to be like a few
It
no's.
was me. I listened to
Yeah.
this podcast, y'all. Okay. I've never and I don't even need to give this woman airtime because she's a very successful podcast. Like
Yeah, don't
Mel
even say her
Robbins.
name. Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, girl, invite us on there, but
Yeah.
get us
Twang.
some of your listeners. But she was talking about like these two Stanford professors that have this like design your life thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. The whole thing was like they said something around like there's like infinite versions of our lives that we can live, and we sometimes get caught in that because we're like we want to do all the things, but we can't do all the things, like physically we can't, and like running ourselves ragged trying to do all the things is like not helpful because at the end of the day everything you say yes to, there's like five things you have to say no to, and you just have to decide in yourself if that is a reasonable trade-off. And I think that's all that life is like figuring out what your yeses and your nos are in a combination of ways and things that make sense and feel good, and then you die.
Basically, balance,
Yes.
to summarize.
I didn't have to end with "and then you die,"
No,
but
I love that though, but, there
and
was this
it's a life well lived.
exactly, and, like, that reminds me of, like and I'm so paraphrasing so hard, and I probably may have said this before on the pod, but if I didn't, Imma say it now. But, like, I used to watch commencement speeches in, like, high school,
Mm.
and the one commencement speech that stuck with me was Denzel Washington at some college saying something, and the thing that he said kinda like this, but not really, was stick with me now, it's all gonna connect.
Ah, he said,
What
"Follow me."
you guys follow me, walk with me. He said when you pass and you're in your like grave, you're in your end, and you have all the infinite versions of your soul looking back at you. Do you wanna look back at them and be like, my bad, I sorry, I could have honored you guys more? Or do you want them looking back at you and being like, thank you for honoring all these infinite versions of me? And
Mm,
so I feel like when I don't say yes, like strategically and also from the heart in ways that fulfill me,
yeah.
I'm like letting down different versions of myself that
Yeah,
could
that's
could
real.
flourish, the
Mm,
poet, the writer, the policy.
exactly. That I love that. Well, and it also I encourage people all the time. Why am I saying that like I'm like a person that advises people? That's really
You
crazy.
do. You
I
advise me, I'm a person.
that just felt very like consultant-esque. And I'm like, people don't come to me for this. But
You
um
can just say this is your advice.
I feel like people should always like okay, like the world wants you to prioritize like work above everything. But if
Mhm.
your work is not the thing that's like lighting you up, then do not prioritize it above everything. Like prioritize the things that do light you up. Obviously, you have to
Mhm.
go to work, whatever.
I mean,
But
clock in,
like,
clock out.
right, clock in, clock out. And honestly, on the clock, I like
Chase your dreams.
chase your dreams, like, figure out a way, like, daydream about the things that you actually care about, like,
Yeah.
because low key, nobody's gonna sit there locked in for 8 hours. That's not you're not doing that. Not every day, at least. So, like, take some time, like, some downtime and be like, "Oh, like, I really wanna" like, okay, I'll give you guys since we're to Black girls still dreaming,
Dreaming.
I'll give you a dream that I've been thinking about lately. The intersection of Blackness and the environment,
Ooh.
and that includes land ownership, land access, what land we're allowed to be on without being harassed or
Mhm.
pushed off, gentrification, like the idea of like where we belong. Like obviously more black people tend to be in cities and metros because like that's the only places we can like be because then when you
Mhm.
do move to rural areas, you're harassed or you don't have any community or you're treated like an other and all of these things. But then there's also really nice things about being in rural areas like space
Mhm.
and air and stars and all of these other things like
Agriculture,
right. And so it's like
waterways.
right. And then like that also impacts like our connection to land and which is already so severed from a history of like enslavement and having to work the land against our will. And there's just so many different like aspects of it that
Mhm.
I've been thinking about. And I just have a dream around like a like owning and operating like a Black-centered retreat space where Black people can reconnect with the land and also, like, infusing creative expression in that. And that's a dream that I've been, like, working towards, like, I've been scheduling meetings with people and just trying to, like, understand, like, what this could look like, how it could intersect with, um, like, I I mean, I've been looking at youth, but really multi-generational, like, especially, like, those who are justice involved because, like,
Mhm.
I'm just so interested in the concept of, like, systems that treat people as less than human, like, how do we give people some of that agency, autonomy, and, like, humanity back,
Mm.
that's been taken from them, and in the spirit of centering the margins, right? Centering those most marginalized, like, who is more marginalized than people involved in our criminal justice system, who
Mhm.
are Black, right? It's we know the data around, like, how unjust that system is and how, like, unfair it is, and it's just, like, I think there's so much healing to happen in the outdoors, and so that's a dream that I've been having, and I think that, I don't remember why I started talking about
You were
that.
saying, like, if your job isn't your dream, clock in and clock out and, like,
Oh,
chase your
yes.
dreams and, like, facilitate them and,
Yes,
like
and I was giving an example of a dream that I was thinking about while at my job.
yeah, no, I love that, and I think too, it's just one of those things where it's like I think the society that we live in now is so extractive that we can lose sight of our dreams just trying to get by.
Yeah.
But I just really want to encourage our listeners and like our fellow Black girls dreaming to like
Mm.
chase those dreams and to not give up and if you feel like you're losing spirit, like shoot, DM us, we'll hype you up.
Right, we will hype you up. We will literally be like, "No, that's such a good idea," and, "No, that's not a crazy idea," and, "You can do it," and we can figure it out. Like,
'Cause we're a village, and honestly, like, literally half the dreams that I have, like, I wouldn't do if didn't probably bounce them off you,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we encourage one another, and I think it's, like, such a revolutionary act, like, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for you to continue to believe that there is something bigger than just clocking in and clocking out and hating your life and doing the bare minimum, like, I I think it is liberatory to encourage people to dream past their current situation and, like, all of our collective current situations.
It's also, like, your birthright, like, you are more than these conditions, and you are more than these moments, and you're more than a cog in the machine,
Yeah, and
and
if rich freaking white people can dream big about all these
ISIS.
grand ideas, can dream big about all these grand friggin' ideas, you definitely can, and you do, and we just have to be more collective in how we make that happen.
Exactly, 'cause, we get farther together. Many hands make light work.
Many
S
hands make light work.
sorrows shared or sorrows halved. That's what my fortune cookie said.
Aw,
Yeah, it's on my altar.
that's cute.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so with that
Okay, yeah, we're at
we are just encouraging you to continue dreaming, maybe commit some time theft, I'm kidding. Um,
Black girls' dream does not encourage time theft.
right, right, we do not endorse time theft, someone else said that, that was my cat, but
We are having technical difficulties, but what
please stand by.
please stand by while we conclude the episode.
Yeah, but
We
yeah,
return.
we love you guys, we have so much faith in all of you, and never stop dreaming because we gotta stick it to the machine.
I thought you were gonna say stick it to the man.
I
Yeah,
I I think I was going to, but I said the machine at the end.
I like the machine. And also, honestly, yeah, just follow your dreams, be a baddie, and yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
and do no, okay.
I just never say never.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.